It's been a fantastic journey for me. I started out as a second lieutenant in the United States Army. I moved in the explosive ordnance disposal field, and one day I was helping the FBI in St. Louis actually recover a believed to be bomb out of a creek. We broke through ice. I'm talking to their diver, and I made the comment, I'm in the wrong business, because all the agents were upstairs on the bridge looking down at us. And at the end of the day, he said, have you ever thought of being an FBI agent? And I said, you know, I'm not an attorney, I'm not a lawyer. He goes, as an Army officer, you will be fine. So I took that opportunity and I joined the FBI, and 23 years later I left that as the special agent in charge of the Philadelphia field office. Kind of the same good fortunes happened to me there. I got a call one day from the best man in my wedding, who was in Chicago, and he said, Mayor Daley is looking to have an outsider run the Chicago Police Department. I said, are you kidding me? There hasn't been an outsider in over 40 years. He said, yep, and that's why he wants an outsider to run the Chicago Police Department. A few weeks later, I'm being announced as the new superintendent of the Chicago Police Department. Again, something I didn't plan for, but when that opportunity presented itself, I grabbed it, because I thought that would be a unique experience. I did that for 3 years. When we had a new mayor come in, it was important for him to have a police chief that he knew, so there was a change of command. After that, I started up my own business, worked for a little over a year and a half, had great fun doing private investigations, training, teaching a lot of the people in Illinois how to shoot, how to carry their weapons concealed. It was kind of a new law that came out. And then one day at the range, when I was actually teaching people shooting, I got a call from Accenture. And we talked about the opportunity to bring what was going on in Europe, all the great work they've done in Europe, and bring that to the United States. And I was excited about that. I love to start something from the ground floor and kind of bring it up, and this was the opportunity that presented itself. So here I am today with you as an employee of Accenture, on to a new challenge, and trying to do the best I can to still help out law enforcement. I think what's important, Mark, is to recognize when you leave something you've done, you're a rookie again. You're not going to know what's going on, so you need to listen. You need to ask a lot of questions and recognize the fact that I don't have all the answers. And you also have to leave that past life behind. You can't sit there, well, when I was with the FBI, this is how we did that. That would not have resonated well with the Chicago Police Department. So you can call on those past experiences, but you can't constantly go back to those once you move forward. But for me, I like the challenge of learning something new. I like the challenge of trying to fix something if there are some issues there. That kind of what makes me tick. When I get comfortable, I kind of always feel like it's time to move on. So for those transitions, for me it's like listen, learn, and don't get locked into the past. Look to the future. I really feel I've been really fortunate, and I think just having those opportunities have been really amazing. I was so happy in the United States Army. I loved it, very regimented lifestyle. I knew exactly what I was going to wear that day, but I was getting pretty comfortable. And I think the ability to move into the FBI, that's always been an organization with a tremendous reputation, very well thought of, and to be a part of that, I think special agent is the best job in the FBI. You work your cases, you're not managing people, you can have fun, there's a lot of stuff to do and to learn. The law enforcement is much like the military in terms of the camaraderie. So I think that was a great opportunity. To lead a field office, great opportunity. Probably the single greatest opportunity I had was to be the superintendent of the Chicago Police Department, and I will be forever grateful to Mayor Daley for giving me that opportunity. I had never been exposed to the political influence. I had never been exposed to leading an organization that large. I had never been exposed to 50 councilmen who oftentimes think that each one of them has to have their own individual police force. So the growth opportunity you have in that is just amazing. And you learn so much about yourself that I thought I matured a lot in that position. I learned things that I had never knew before. So I would say that's probably my greatest opportunity that I've had in my life. I would say, first off, don't take yourself too serious. Many of us have been at points in our life where the wrong decision could have been disastrous. And sometimes it's just by fortune that you go the path you travel upon. You should remain humble, and I think the one advice that I'd offer to any new leader, I learned this as a brand new second lieutenant who was given the opportunity to command an ammunition company, is that people are your most precious resource. If you take care of them, they will take care of you and they will take care of the mission. If you empower your people, you train them, you give them the tools they need, you give them the leadership, the strategic decision making, that's what they're looking for. And you can never lose that perspective of how important the people that you lead are to you and the organization. I understand how people can be skeptical of vendors and people trying to sell them stuff. So what I try to use is my relationship with them to build new relationships with Accenture, because I think it's really important for the people we work with to look at us as a trusted advisor, as someone, as a partner. And that's why Accenture, they have clients, 91 of their top 100 clients, they've been with them for 10 years, and that's one of the things that really interested me in Accenture. They wanted to be a partner. So I think when I can call upon all my experiences in both the federal side of the house, in the local policing for Chicago, it does give me the credibility to interact with those chiefs, because they know, like, hey, you used to be one of us. You may want to sell us something now, but you do understand why we may be skeptical, and hopefully I can overcome those challenges, and we can give them something that will help them transform their organizations.